Welcome to Understanding Clutter. My name is Julie Spink and I'm the author of Mastering the Art of Decluttering and Simplifying Your Life, which you can find on Amazon under my name. The purpose of this short presentation is to give you some strategies for simplifying your life through decluttering, as well as explaining exactly what clutter is and how it manifests itself. Please stay until the end because I want to tell you about a free declutter challenge which will be starting next week on the 1st of October, and I'd love you to attend. Now, I'm passionate about helping people to simplify their lives. And I've been doing this for about 15 years. I started by helping people get back into work. I was a work coach, and I found that quite often people struggled to apply for jobs and to find the right job because their minds were full of all kinds of stuff going on in their lives that was really affecting them. And without dealing with that stuff, then they couldn't move on. The other thing I had to do was my husband and I had to actually put two homes into one, which is difficult because you've got such a lot of stuff, and we've had to do a lot of decluttering over the years, and I'll be perfectly honest, it's something that's still ongoing. Today though, you're going to learn about there being different types of clutter. I've already discussed a couple of kinds of clutter. So it's not just stuff, it's how it affects you emotionally and mentally, and that is really, really important. Maintaining an organised and simplified lifestyle can be made easier by following some of the tips I'm going to be giving you today. And the trick is to find what suits you and what suits your lifestyle, so that you can find that balance between work, rest and play, and help reduce any stress or anxiety that might be contributing to a lack of well-being. So the types of clutter we have are physical, digital and emotional or mental. But basically, clutter is anything that prevents life from flowing smoothly. Now, if you imagine a stream quite often has rocks in it, so that the water isn't flowing smoothly. It's going over the rocks and round the rocks, and those rocks are getting in the way, so it isn't flowing smoothly. And it's a bit like life, really. We have things that get in the way and they affect us. So that's what we want to try and deal with today. Now, the physical clutter can be anything such as having far too many clothes in your wardrobe, stuff that you don't wear any longer. It could be in your kitchen gadgets. You have so many gadgets, but you don't use them. When was the last time you used that bread maker? That's my problem at the minute. I have a bread maker that I need to move. I do love a kitchen gadget, but it's taken up an awful lot of space. Now, digital clutter is something that we didn't have to deal with years ago because we didn't have the internet, we didn't have social media. But now we find that our inboxes are overflowing and we feel that we have to deal with things. We have to answer those messages straight away. Well, you don't actually. And you also find that you have a computer, or you have files on a laptop, and it just gets too much, and it's really making us extra busy. So gadgets can make our life easier, but they also contribute to the clutter and the overwhelm that we feel. So keeping up with everything is a challenge, we know that, and it causes a lot more stress than we realise. But this is affecting our focus, it's affecting our efficiency, our productivity, as well as our happiness. So a tidy space promotes a sense of calm and well-being, as we've just discussed, and that's what we should be aiming for. However, this doesn't necessarily mean living in a minimalistic space. I, for example, prefer to have my things around me I don't like things to be too clear, but as long as that's organised, then that's absolutely fine, because what you want to be able to do is to find stuff. When you can't find stuff because it's not in the right place, that's when you end up looking for stuff and it becomes a real problem. Now, the causes of clutter. We tend to hold on to clutter for a variety of reasons. First of all, we get sentimental about things. We've all done that. We have things that belonged to family members that have maybe passed on, or they were gifted to us by somebody very special. Now, these things remind us of special people and special occasions. Sometimes, though, we just lack organisation. We've got no systems in place to manage our belongings, so they get strewn around randomly because they don't have a designated spot. Another huge issue is the culture of consumerism. We're constantly pushed to acquire more stuff, and we're influenced by the advertising and the norms of society, especially since the advent of the internet and online shopping. How many of you have bought the latest gadget or trend just because it's the thing to do, because everybody has one, because somebody said it's fantastic? You probably don't even realise that it's something that you don't have a genuine need to buy. We just get caught up in it. There are various strategies for physical decluttering, and one of them is the KonMari method. This is something that the lady Marie Kondo, who is a Japanese expert in tidying, she has enjoyed tidying and organising from a very early age. And what she says is that if you pick something up and you hold it in your hands and you think, does this spark joy within me, so it makes you really happy, then keep it. If it doesn't, get rid of it. Now, she tends to look at categories of stuff, and she says tackle the categories, not the rooms. The next method is the 4-box method, and you use boxes labelled keep, donate, rubbish, relocate. And the idea is that you sort your items into boxes and then you decide afterwards what you're going to do with them. The last one is the room by room approach, which is starting small and building momentum. So what you do is you choose a very small manageable space and you complete the decluttering in that space before moving on to the next. So you get that feeling of, feeling of joy. You get that feeling of achievement. Yeah, I've done that. And then you move on to the next thing. And that's the one that I like to do, to be honest. But it's up to you. Everybody feels differently about what they feel and how they want to declutter. So, strategies for digital decluttering. This includes emails, files, apps. For emails, I would use filters and folders to organise those incoming emails and unsubscribe from unnecessary newsletters. Obviously keep the ones that you read regularly, but get rid of the rest of them because they just keep coming through and cluttering up your inbox. And schedule regular cleanups. Now, this could be every day, every week, every month, but the longer you leave it, the worse it's going to be. So try and get that done as regularly as you can. As far as files are concerned, what you need to do is make sure that your files are named consistently, that they're named clearly so you know exactly what's in them, and you won't spend time looking for stuff. I know the search bar is there, but if you don't have to do it, then that's brilliant. Old files should be archived to free up space, and use the cloud storage because then you can save everything on there and it stops you your laptop or your computer from getting too full, and you're losing memory. When it comes to apps on your phone, uninstall the ones that you don't use anymore. They might have been important at one time, but now you don't use them. Get rid of them, because you spend all your time scrolling through looking for something you need. Also, the apps that you do use, have a look at them and review the settings, because there may be something that just needs to change. The other trick is to organize those apps into folders. I have folders that say social media, finance, shopping, travel, TV, photos. Put every app that is related to them into those folders. Just call them whatever suits you, wherever you know you're going to be able to find them. And then limit the notifications, because you don't want notifications from absolutely everything. Emotional decluttering can be achieved in several ways. Firstly, consider practicing meditation or journaling to help clear your mind. Set some time aside each day to do this. You don't need to wear all the gear to meditate. You don't need to sit in a quiet, darkened room with candles. It's just a case of being present in the moment and just trying to forget everything else around you and thinking about yourself. Trying to focus on the present. At night, jot down your thoughts, your ideas, and any questions before sleep, which will help you to sleep a lot better, because you will have cleared that mental list. Mental lists are just the worst. They just really prevent you from sleeping. The other thing you could do is learn to prioritize your tasks and say no to non-essential commitments. We all have different limits and different energies, so make sure you communicate that clearly with yourself and with others. Otherwise, you're going to become overwhelmed. As far as time management is concerned, you can consider techniques like time blocking to organize your day and avoid multitasking to increase your focus. Multitasking is usually seen as something really good, but it can also become quite overwhelming and you never feel like you've really achieved anything. So let's recap on what we've learned today. We've learned about the impact of clutter, and we've identified the different types of clutter. We've learned how to implement strategies for physical, digital, and emotional decluttering. And we've also learned how to adopt habits to maintain a clutter-free lifestyle. So, what's one thing that we can think about decluttering today? So, what can we do to keep moving forward? As I said before, let's make today the first day of your decluttering journey. Begin by thinking of just one thing that you can declutter today. Think small. Think maybe of something like your coffee table in your living area. Clear that. Think about your bedside table. Think about around your sink or in your bathroom or shower where you have all those bottles, empty bottles, half-filled bottles. Sort them out. Get rid of the rubbish and you're going to feel so much better for it. There is no need for you to go all in and clear the whole room. Step by step is the approach to take, because that will be much less overwhelming for you, but will get you to the same point. So next week, you'll be pleased to know I'm running a 15-day declutter challenge. I know I mentioned it at the beginning, but I want to know that you're ready now to experience the benefits of that clutter-free life. There are all kinds of benefits. It'll boost your focus, boost your productivity. You're going to feel a whole lot calmer. and you're going to reclaim that space that you had before. You're going to save time by not searching for stuff. So obviously you're going to transform your space, transform your life. Maybe challenge isn't a good word to use actually, because that sounds like it's something difficult, but it won't be difficult. It should be fun and something that you can achieve in about 10 minutes a day. It'll help you focus and be more productive in your day. At the end of the challenge, you'll be thrilled with what you've actually managed to declutter in such a short time. So what will you get with this challenge? Well, you're going to get access to a private WhatsApp group where you'll be spurred on and encouraged by others who are in the challenge. I'm going to give you details well in advance and give you some tips along the way. I'm really looking forward to this. And the best thing about this challenge is it's completely free. So why don't you tell your friends and family about it, and you'll all be welcome. The challenge starts next week, 1st of October, which is Tuesday. There'll be an online meeting, maximum half an hour, the day before on the 30th of September. And that will just be there just so I can tell you what the challenge is about and how it's going to work. Everything will be in the WhatsApp group though, so don't worry if you can't make that day. And to contact me will be on the next slide, and let me move forward. Okay, so here it is. Contact me by one of the methods shown under where it says join now. You can contact me on Instagram, on email, on WhatsApp, and I'll make sure that you're in the challenge and you get added to the group. Otherwise, respond to my posts on Instagram and Facebook, or message me. Just message me. You don't have to see the posts, but there will be links and ways that you can join. I'd like to say that I'm really looking forward to meeting you all, and thank you so much for watching this presentation today. I'll see you all next week. Bye for now. Bye.